Hello and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play LOTRO with me, Balthelion, and also Benji.
Hey!
So today we are in the Gloomglens, so we are at Idrenfair's camp, which is where we got a vector quest to go to last time, Little Wonders. So if we just chat to this fella.
What brings you to the wilds of Enedwaith?
Then he says, "This belongs to no child, much less a Dunlending. This most certainly belongs to a hobbit. The mystery, I'm afraid, has deepened." Because they're like, what? Hobbits in this area?
We'll need your aid.
So we have to go on a quest now to try and find these mysterious hobbits of the Enedwaith region.
What's the hobbits?
Through these lands.
And we also had another vector quest sending us over here as well from Laurelin.
Yeah.
And we also have
Will you aid
to
the Grey
scout the
Company?
wood. So we can have various places around that we have to scout for. But this region is kind of a bit weird. It's kind of a bit hilly in that. So there are some main paths through the Gloomglens, but there's like loads of like high roads and low roads. So it is a little bit of a maze.
Do you want to do scouring the wood first? Because there's several patrol points.
Scouring the wood is to the northeast, the first one. So we might as well go for that first.
Yeah, and it'll loop us back around towards.
It might even finish in the same place. I don't know.
Yeah.
So where possible, I think we probably want to be up high. Because I think that bit's a dead end down there, so if we come up here we should be able to sneak around the back. We're probably going to end up aggroing a ton of crap.
Yeah. Might have to just stop and fight it at some point.
Down a bit.
Down here, I think.
Might need to jump down. Actually, we should be able to climb that again. There we go. With the Shrine of the Uch. So, there we go. It's a giant bull statue there. I've been attacked by a lot of things. I can't see anything because I've been stuck in the camera. Oh. Okay, you've electrocuted it anyway. Oh, there's one left. Right, he's dead. So, if we interact with that again. So, this will start us a new quest. Well, we have to basically go back to the rangers and say, look, we found some weird ass shrine. What is it? And they should hopefully know.
And we picked up a quest item, I think, from the walls as well.
But basically, all the tribes of the Enedwaith, which you may or may not know, Benji, because I'm not sure how much of the Dunland region you've done yet. But they're all based on various animals. So that's why they're all the Uchloof, the Draegloof, and so forth. Right, so we need to go northwest.
North side of Gloomglens.
Yeah, northwest. So back around the hill here. So we can pretty much stay on top of this ridge here. And one of the other things we're actually going to see with some of the wildlife around here is some of these like white stags, they kind of adapt to what kind of attacks you throw at them. So whatever attack they get hit with first, they gain a bit of a damage immunity to. Where are we? Somewhere around here, isn't it? On this hill?
Yeah.
There we go. Up here. So basically, if you're like a ranged class, you better hit it with a melee attack so it gets a melee defense buff, and then you just ranged attack it as normal. Or if you're a captain and you did one of your like tactical shouts, then it gets a tactical debuff. Then you just melee it like you normally would anyway. So you have to be a bit smart about how you fight them. Otherwise, you only do about 10% your normal damage or something stupid. Slightly south is this one, isn't it? But we might as well get both done, I guess.
Yep.
So here we are. Look, there are some strange boogans who are going to attack us. I think we need to fight these guys. I think they're... Oh no, maybe it's the crossed rock over there we need. I'm fighting them anyway. These strange things that resemble hobbits. Oh, hello. You pulled a piggy.
You've got something else as well.
I'm pretty sure it weren't me. Unless it was roaring at me in the background and I didn't see it.
Yeah.
Alright, so over here we have a crushed rock and a small skeleton. So if we interact with the rock, again we have to go back and speak to the ranger and say, well, hang on, this rock seems out of place. How did it get here? It was probably thrown. So the skeleton's part of that as well. So to the northwest, just over this hill, is where we need to investigate for signs of halflings, where we're going to find a Hobbit lamp, which is part of one of the deeds of the region, so that's probably going to pop up again. Okay, so we haven't found a lamp yet, so this is the Long Road of the Hobbits, which will give us 5 LOTRO points, a new emote, which is the golf chip emote, and the title Follower of the Long Road, and a bit of reputation with the Men of the Algraig, or is that the Men of the Grey Company? Yeah, the Algraig Men of the Enedwaith. So there are 4 of these lamps, so just like the dwarf milestones, all apart from 1 are in the region, so we'll have to find these as we go along.
Where's the patrol point up here?
There is
patrol point?
I also haven't triggered the patrol point either, so
yeah,
it's got to be somewhere near those footprints, so we'll go back over there. So we
don't know as I like your look, Devodiad.
So we've got some strange hobbit that speaks with an Enedwaith accent, and uses Enedwaith terms like Devodiad. Who are you? What do you want? So we can speak to him.
I'm not sure about you yet.
And he thinks we seem a bit dodgy, so he wants us to kind of prove ourselves. So we have to go and find pipeweed seeds. So if we mount up. Right, have you triggered that area?
Nope.
Actually, I think you might have, because I haven't got it now either. Unless the
no, it's still on the map.
Colour.
On the 3rd patrol point. You still on?
Oh, there we go. Yeah, here.
Cool. Yeah, got it.
Then there's one bit further south, which I think is going to be again at the bottom of this little hole. Oh, hello. Wow, I spun myself around. White Stag Corpse. And the 4th patrol point. So basically we could be gathering loads of quests that we need to follow up on. So again, bring it back to the Rangers, tell them about this strange goings on here. Something's been killing stags. The last one is really far to the southeast. So we're going to ride along. Ride hard.
Ride to ruin.
That's like episode 756 or something.
If we ever get there before the servers go down.
You haven't done that. The Ride of the Rohirrim is actually done pretty cool in the game, with like cinematics and literally like you're at the head of the stampede, which is actually pretty cool. The only thing that lets it down, which me and Hal agreed on, was that instead of having like Bernard Hill doing his like speech, Ride for Ruin and all that, you have suboptimal voice acting, shall we say? Where the guy sounds like he's just phoning it in. Right, I think we want to be on the top of this hill here, so might want to walk around a bit.
There we are. Strange creatures.
There we go. So these strange boogans that are look like hobbits but are not hobbits, which we will slowly learn more about with follow-up quests. Right, so let's remove that deed off the tracker. So we need pipeweed seeds, which may or may not... Is it inside the town, or...?
Yeah, there's a few quests inside the town.
No, we have to get some seeds which are purchased in the Shire. Lol. So I'll tell you what, I could head off...
If we go back to the Ranger...
Yeah, we go back to the Ranger. I can quickly whip over to the Shire. I think we want to go south and up this hill. I can nip back to the Shire easy enough, and you can summon me back then, and I'll buy.
There's a cooldown on something. I believe right on the mustering horn. There's a cooldown on it.
I'm not sure. I think so.
I'm sure we've done it in the past in Warworks or something.
I don't think it's a long cooldown, so
half an hour.
I'll sod that if it is.
Yeah.
We shall investigate. Hang on, we've gone a bit too far. It's up here.
Yeah, sorry, I took them all off my tracker and...
Alright, break me legs. There we go. So yeah, I think we've got about 4 or 5 quests that we've picked up. Pretty much there's a quest at every point on that patrol, if you just have a look around. Then we can follow it up with the Rangers. So, we've got Prestier, who used to be at the Haunted Inn in Mirkwood. And Hymenior was also in the southeast of Mirkwood, if I remember correctly.
Find these lands inhabited.
So he's like, oh yes, balls, blah blah blah. They worship it. So the crown of antlers.
What brings you to the wilds of Enedwaith?
So yes, I've never seen such a large and perfect rack of antlers. So he's loving that. Scouring the wood.
Valar grant us swift passage through
So
these lands.
you found a village of strange halfling-like creatures, but they're not halflings. I need to think about that.
Welcome and well met, my friend.
And then the mystery of the boulder, which must have been thrown, but from where? It's nowhere near a mountain, so he seems a bit suspicious about what could have lifted such a heavy rock.
Greetings. If you
have you activated all the quest items in your inventory?
What do you mean? All these bits and pieces?
Yeah.
No. So I've got book and spear. Interact with that one. So we have to return to the site of the first footprint to investigate more. So spear, we need to talk to one of the rangers and say, look, we found this strange spear. What made it? You should know. You're good at tracking.
You don't have goblins of Enedwaith, giant. Do you?
Not yet.
You said you don't. Okay.
So he's like, yeah, the goblins made this spear, so maybe these strange boogans might be goblins or related to goblins.
Success lies in secrecy.
And then we have to go back to the village to kind of confirm our suspicions. Then we've got to find tusks. So again, take this back to a ranger and show him this almighty tusk, which looks pretty cool. And we can show it to them to prove it's a threat to them in the Gloomglens, because they might get speared by a boar.
What brings you to the wilds?
I think you're missing one quest as well. Have you got a giant to defeat? Carve out of all at night.
Give me a sec to get through all these pickups.
I thought I got that one earlier.
There's
Sorry.
loads. So yes, this task is strangely fair to be taken from a wild pig. Then what have we got? So that we can't take the book and spear because we've already got it. So discard that. Wolf pelt. There we go. So it's a shiny wolf pelt, and you think it somehow might be enchanted. So let's show it to the rangers.
May the Valar grant us swift passage through these lands.
And they're like, ooh, so they're the minor servants of the enemy, and also irritating things that provide you with run speed debuffs. So yeah, killing a few more will help us a bit in our quests. Right, so I should have everything you've got now, because that's all the things. What am I missing then?
A giant.
A giant?
A giant is the quest name. I think I got it earlier over at the village.
Did you go inside the village?
No, I think it was on the outskirts. I think
it wasn't from the stone, was it?
I think it was from the guy. Was it from the guy next to the lamppost?
All I got from him was a quest to go get some pipeweed seeds. So unless I've missed something.
I don't know. I'll have a
I assume you can't share it.
No, I can't. Rus Conithuria. These giants that come down from the Misty Mountains. Don't know where we found them.
We have to follow the footprints, so I'm just going to sneak around these guys so we don't have to fight them. I'm sure he only gave me one quest, so...
Yeah, over here. Unless he's gave you a different quest or something.
Yeah, he only gave me one.
Of what kind are you?
Oh, maybe it's... No, I know what this is.
What?
This is probably a bit of a racial divergence. Because
I'm
a hobbit, he's a hobbit, so he's like, hello, you look a bit familiar. So I think he's sent me off to the Shire to get some seeds, and
he's given me...
You probably don't have that quest then.
I have a different quest, I have a giant.
Yeah, you're not eligible for it. I've got a quest called A Northern Cousin, where he's basically suggested that I should bring him something of importance from the Shire to earn the trust, whereas you've got to do something else for him.
Cool, yeah, I need to defeat Garvar Diol at night.
So it's not quite night in game yet. It's morning, so that's not helpful.
Oh.
Right, so we need to follow the footprints. So these are heading off to the south. So have you triggered the first one before you start following me? It's literally where that pickup quest is. Then the second one is over here. I think it's just at the top of this little valley bit. Yeah, there it is. It's over here. I'll just wait for you to catch up. That's literally underneath where I'm stood now.
Yep.
Okay. Then the third one is down here. I think this goes down a little valleyway. Yep, there it is. Great big muddy footprint. Continues west. Just a bit around the corner. Down here. And then the next one's up here by the wolves. And then it leads into a cave. So if we step in the cave then... we have to do it solo.
Let's get rid of these wolves first then.
Murder them!
Murder!
There we go. Right, so if we just quickly disband. Hop in.
The terrible beast known in legend as the Grey King has long haunted the passes of the Gloomglens, waiting in secret to throw boulders down upon the heads of the unwary.
So inside here there's going to be something called the Grey King, so we've essentially just trespassed on his homeland. So we have to wander in, and he does appear at some point.
There he is.
Yoo-hoo! He's somewhere, there he is. So, it shouldn't be too hard to kill. Depending on your class and your gear, it might take a while, but it shouldn't hurt you too much. So let's just spank him with all my parry and block responses. Get really old damage going.
Lovely jubbly.
And then finish him with a hammer blow. Bonk. Good shot. So we have to exit the same way. Or we could probably right click our avatar and leave instance, but
it's quicker to run out.
It's probably quicker to
leaving
run out.
instance takes a while.
Right, so back outside. Things are getting angry with you. So I'll get you back in the fellowship. So is it just free quests we've got?
Return to the Goblin Village.
Yeah, so we'll do that one next, and then you've got your third quest, which is what?
Yeah, I might just do that later off camera.
So you might as well do it.
I'm not sure if it has a follow-up or anything though.
Providing I can join you with it, it's not a solo only, then no, it's probably good to show it off.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It might be a while that we're waiting, seeing if it's morphing.
We won't necessarily be doing it right now, but we can probably do it at some point.
Later date.
Right, hang on, I'm getting a bit lost now. A bit
We want to be north.
So no, that's the Rangers. It's further east, yeah. Going the right way.
Yeah.
Can you get back up, or?
Yeah, I'll be fine.
Yeah, it's alright if you're down there. So, up around here then. Basically, I think we have to explore several points inside the camp. So we start at the front and work our way to the back. Yeah, so first patrol point. So if you're a bit tactical about this, you can probably avoid going near stuff. Or we
But
can
there's two of us.
Or we can just shoot it in the face. I'm pretty sure, is there a Book and Slayer deed? I don't think we triggered one, did we? So I'm guessing not.
Don't think so.
Let's just confirm that. So there's a small tool that we need to pick up in here as well. Or that we should be able to pick up. We'll see. You have found a Hobbit pick. No. Yeah, no Slayer. You're right with these.
Neither.
Right. So I can't pick it up,
I can't.
but I have found it. So.
Is that a quest or a deed or something? Because I think it's activated for
I
me as well.
assume it's just for the sake of being on the floor, something that you can physically spot, rather than it just being quest text.
Okay.
There we go. Second control points over here. There we go. And then third one should be to the west. Probably by these tents over here. There we go. Just over by the fire once it's dead. think we've got one fourth one, which is just up here around the corner, so I'm just going to drag him with us. And this is the final group of tents. It's up here. A couple more, and a Boogan Bully at the very end. So let's just group them up. These goblins appear to be wild, owing allegiance to no one, but they just dress as hobbits. It's like a proto-cosplayer. There we go, so we have to go back to Idrim Fair for that. Now I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to nip to the Shire to go grab my expert seeds, and then hopefully you'll be able to summon me back then.
I'm dubious about that, but
so,
I can always make tea.
One way or another, we'll make it work.
Yeah.